We are down to the final four teams in Euro 2024, and the semifinals will kick off with a game that could very well be worth a final. But with so many top teams on one side of the bracket, we will see Spain and France on Tuesday, July 9th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in the Euro 2024 semifinals. So let's break down the odds, the form, and our Spain and France picks. And I'm not one to get too high or too low on the records and the results, but let's try to keep rolling as our Euro picks have been going very hot lately. And overall, the game picks in this tournament have gone 31-17. If you want more soccer picks, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and for more soccer content across all the top leagues coming soon. The odds in this semifinal game for the Euros, we'll see Spain come in as favorite at plus 160, the draw plus 190, France plus 210, and if we look to advance by any means, extra time or PKs, we got Spain to advance at minus 125, and France to advance at even money plus 100. Let's look at how Spain got here. They had a 3-0 win over Croatia, 1-0 win over Italy, 1-0 win over Albania, 4-1 win over Georgia, and then last round in the quarterfinals, a 2-1 win over Germany, winning in extra time. Now in that quarterfinals game against Germany, it ended all square at the half, but Germany did get away with many things that could have been yellow cards, including a play from Toni Kroos on Pedri early in the match, which saw Pedri leave that game injured, and bringing in Dani Olmo. Pedri still looks to be out for the rest of this tournament. There was 15 fouls in the first half, the most of any game in the tournament at that time. It was not until the 51st minute with Lamine Yamal crossing the ball into the box to Dani Olmo to open the scoring. 1-0 Spain. That was their first goal against the home nation in the Euros ever. Germany did continue to pour on the pressure, though. From there, they had shots. They got close in the 76th minute, hit the post from Füllkrug. Havertz then picks off a pass from Simone, almost chips him, but it goes just over the bar. Time ticking down. Neuer takes the throw in. Germany quickly moves down the field. Maximilian Mittelstadt crosses into the box. Joshua Kimmich heads it back to Florian Wirtz in the 89th minute for a dramatic tying goal to make it 1-1. And that was the first real goal that Spain had allowed all tournament long. Germany's 11 goals in the tournament was the most they'd ever scored in the Euros. That streak will end, though, as we went off to extra time, and there was no scoring in the first half, and in the second half, Spain's Cucurella comes close to getting called for a handball, but it was deemed to be close to his body, so no handball. And then as time winding down in the 119th minute, this time it was Dani Olmo playing provider as he crosses the ball into Mikel Merino, who heads home the winner with time almost ready to expire. One last header that went wide from Füllkrug from Germany. Carvajal pulls down Musiala on the last play of the game here in the German rush. He takes the second yellow card. He gets sent off. He knew he was going to be missing the semifinals anyway, so perhaps that was intentional. Final stats in the game: possession, 54% Germany, 23-18 shots Germany, shots on target, 6-5 Spain, corners, 5-1 Germany. This is the first time a host nation has gone out in the quarterfinals of the tournament. Back to Spain, though, like I said, Dani Carvajal will join Robin Lenormand as two players that are suspended for this game, while Pedri will miss out with a knee injury from last game, an MCL injury there. Captain Alvaro Morata was initially expected to have been suspended as well. It almost looked like he got a yellow card at the end of that game, but did not. It was deemed he did not get a yellow card and will be available to play in this game. For France, their match day one saw a 1-0 win over Austria, but that was from an own goal. They drew with Netherlands 0-0 in match day two. It was a 1-1 draw with Poland, both teams getting PKs in match day three. On to the round of 16, a 1-0 win over Belgium. An own goal got them the win. And in the quarterfinals, a 0-0 draw with Portugal, which saw them needing PKs where they won 5-3 in PKs. And in that quarterfinal game between France and Germany, this was a dull match despite so much talent on the team. Both teams, these two juggernauts, were filled with stars, but it looked like a game that neither team wanted to lose, more so than a game that either team wanted to win. 70 minutes in, there were still only 5 combined shots on target between these two teams. It ended 0-0. We went off to extra time. Ronaldo had a big miss early in extra time. There was 28 attempts, only 8 shots on target after the first extra time for both teams. Into the second extra time, Mbappe actually takes himself off. He had got hit in the nose. It looked like he was having some discomfort, so he gets subbed off. Overall, this was just a dreadful game to watch. We went into PKs, and France ends up coming out on top, 5-3 on the spot kicks to move on to the semifinals. France had 60% possession, led in shots, 20-15, shots on target, 5-4, and corners, 11-4 for Portugal. And this is the first time a team has ever made the semifinal with no open play goals. If we look at head-to-head between Spain and France, the last meeting was a 2-1 win for France in the 2021 Nations League. Spain won 2-0 in a 2017 friendly, and France won 1-0 in a 2014 friendly. Only once in 6 games have there been more than 2 goals scored. The last 5 meetings have been an equal 2-1-2, with 2 wins coming for both teams. For Spain, they've won 7 straight games, outscored their opponents now 20-3 in that time. They have just one loss, that being against Colombia, who's just on a massive undefeated streak right now. And that's their only loss in their last 17 games, where they're 15-1-1, and they've outscored their opponents 47-11. They're winners of 15 of 19 since 2023, and that gives them the highest win rate of any nation in that time. They've also, not only have they been scoring, they've kept clean sheets in 4 of 7, and they've only given up more than 1 goal twice in their past 20 games. For France, since they lost to Argentina in the World Cup final, the 13-4-2, which is great. Only losses have come against Germany. But, like I've said, they've had no open play goals in this tournament. They have, though, defensively been great, keeping clean sheets in 6 of 7. Not surprisingly, with the good defensive stats and the lack of scoring, the under has gone 6-0 in France's recent games. And let's get into best bets between Spain and France. But first, if you're shopping for the best sports betting odds and new customer promotions, be sure to help out the channel and use the link that I'll drop down there in the comments of this video. There are great bonus offers from Bet365, Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, and more, where you can claim up to $1,000 or even $1,500 of free bonus bets, depending on your location and the book that you choose. You can go to signupexpert.com/shredthespread. Check it out. Now, for this bet, obviously both teams are loaded with talent, but only one team has lived up to the potential, and that is clearly and obviously Spain. At this point, these teams obviously have played more games than others, so some of these stats could be a little skewed, but still, let's look at shots. Spain, 1st, France, 4th. Shots on target, Spain, 1st, France, 7th. XG, Spain, 1st, France, 4th. And then if we flip it around defensively, shots on target against, Spain's only allowed 14 shots on target in 5 games. France has allowed just 15. Spain are the only team to still have a perfect record at 5-0, and they've scored the most goals. They've only given up 1 real goal all tournament. Before that, it was just 1 own goal until that Germany game in last round. Now, you can make some similar points for France in some instances. They, too, have yet to lose. However, they only have 2 wins. They're 2-3-0. That's 3 draws. So they're 2-3-0 in regulation. They've not given up a goal from the run of play at all, just 1 PK and 1 own goal, but they've still yet to score from the run of play themselves, getting 2 own goals and 1 PK for them. Now that's just wild. On top of that, Mbappe has not looked great. He has 1 goal on 20 shots, and that was a penalty all tournament long, and he's struggling with that mask. It doesn't look comfortable for him. He got bopped in the head last game, had to come off, so it's tough to know if he will be fully effective or be able to make it through this full game either. To me, this should be another low-scoring game, like most of these Euro games have been. Under certainly is in play here. However, that under 2.5 only comes in at -200, so you'd have to try to pair that up with something else, possibly for maybe a parlay. But some way, somehow, I just think Spain goes through here. They've looked like the best team. That's obvious for anyone who's watched this tournament so far, and I cannot really bet on a team that's not scored a real goal yet themselves. So let's go Spain to advance. So whether they win in regulation, extra time, or PKs, we'll get the win. Spain to advance, -125 is the best bet for this game. What are your picks for this game? Share them down there in the comments, and good luck.